What's up, you guys? Hey, listen, before we get into this conversation, I just wanted to say that I am not going to be making videos as much as I used to, only because I don't know that it's relevant as much, and also because I have other things that are going on in my life. So, I'm not going to say this is one of them, but I'm not going to say that this isn't one of them. But the topic of today, and let's just jump into it, you guys. We're going to talk about love today. Um, hmm, how sad or how happy, you know? I think love is one of the most important things that person should at least experience once in their whole entire life. We go through so many different emotions, and I think it's important that we have at least had a relationship that we've experienced with a partner, not family, not friends, but a significant other, that we have at least had that experience one time. Um, I will say, going into this, that I have been single forever. I date, and I don't date. I have adapted to being by myself, taking care of myself. I do believe that love stems from loving oneself, and then you kind of project that out. People can get a lot of feelings off of other people, so we definitely have, like, what I would say, an aura around us of energy. Maybe somebody doesn't feel good that day, or they are in a bad mood, and a person doesn't even have to really talk. And you can just kind of pick it up that something's weird, something's strange. And without them even verbalizing it, you just know that there's this aura around them that's giving you a signal of whether it's anger or sadness or something of that sort. But I think that falls into play too whenever you're someone who's in love, you know. I've definitely seen on TV or heard. I'm making today was a long day, you guys. So I am making myself around 8 o'clock now. I'm just gonna throw together some meat and some sauce and call it a day. Um, Kind of like a spaghetti thing or whatnot. But anyway, back to love. I do believe that we should all experience it, and I do believe that we should be open to it. If Well, I don't believe that we need to be open to it, but I believe that if you want love in your life, you then need to be open and also loving yourself. And I think for me, and we're gonna dive in, you guys. But I think for me, currently right now, it's like if someone was to say, um, if Prince Charming came your way, whatever kind of Prince Charming woman or man or whatever it is, strong, masculine, feminine, whatever it is, whatever suits you. But if that Prince Charming came along, would you kind of let your love story begin? Or would you just say, oh no, I'm too nervous, I'm too sad, I'm not okay with myself, my self image, or whatever? Or maybe you would just, if this is the other approach, is, hey, no, I'm not, I don't want to invest in time, I don't want to have to deal with another person. Um, I feel like for me right now, and has been for a little bit, ever since I've kind of gone on this new ability to learn about energy and enlightenment and peace and like kind of a harmony within my own self. I feel like I'm still kind of on that journey of learning to truly just love myself. And I know that in doing that, you have to be a little selfish because, of course, you can't help other people unless you help yourself. And I don't think you can really love people unless you love yourself. Not 100%, not 100% unconditional love. I think if a person has never had love or has experienced love, then it would be mighty hard for that person to be able to give another person something that they've never experienced themselves. That's why I say I do hope that everybody at least experiences love once in their life. Um, and so, with that being said, I do want to go way back in my early 20s. I'm 35 now. Um, some people might think, "Oh, you're going to talk about this person," and but the fact is uh, it was a very cool experience, and I wish I would have done things differently. Do I regret? I don't know, because I don't think I would be here today if I didn't have the things happen in my past the way that they had. So I don't really regret it, but um, I have love for the person still. I don't know if I'm in love with that person. I think that that person's changed a little bit. I don't know him the way that I used to. But as the story goes, it was at a time in my life when um, everyone around me, all of my guy friends, and it's one of those things where all the guys kind of ended up meeting up with a group of these girls, and they just happened to live in the apartment complex that we lived in, and we were all into, unfortunately, the same things, which I won't really discuss, but just know that we all had a really good time with each other. And I was playing the field. I didn't really say I was gay or that I was bi or that I was straight. I just let whatever happen. And there were times when I was intimate with women. There were times whenever I was intimate with guys. But as that group kind of then time went on, everybody seemed to be like in actual relationships, and here I was, thinking, oh man, I guess I want to be in a relationship, and I didn't even really want one. It just seemed like I'm like now just like the guy playing video games when this one's over here making out, and they're all laughing over there, and it's like, okay, I want what they have. But I just stayed true to me, and I was just, I'm playing the guitar every once in a while, and I would be the guy that's outside on the porch while everybody's inside, and I just sit there and smoke a cigarette and play guitar a little bit. This is in my 20s, early 20s, and there's a rumor that was starting, okay? We need time to hydrate. But this, like, banter of, oh, well, this guy, I think that he likes you. I think that he likes you. Or I think that he might be gay or whatever. This is 10 plus years ago. So, let's label everything. But anyway, yeah, and I'm like, no, whatever. I mean, do I think he's cute? Absolutely. But I just don't think that he's really into me, or there hadn't really been signs. And trust me, as a Scorpio, I can read into things really well. So there was no real signs to me. And then what ended up happening was, after months of, oh, I think he likes you, you should talk to him, this and that. And, this would be a night where there was some drinking involved and everything. And it was time. Well, I say drinking involved, and now I'm going to say everybody was leaving. But most often, the people who were driving were not getting themselves involved with alcohol as much as, the people that weren't driving. So I think that all in all, we were pretty safe about everything. Anyway, that's not the point. And it was a night where, my friends all had their girlfriends sleeping over and everything. And I was saying bye to everybody. And, so everybody walked out. And then, all of a sudden, this Mr. that everybody had been talking about, he ran up to me. So I'm on the second story of the apartments at this point, and he opens up the door, and the door goes all the way and opens and hits the wall, and he pushes, not hard, but pushes me up against the wall and just kisses me. And then he's like, I couldn't leave tonight without doing that. He's like, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to do it. And then he just left. And so we didn't even get a second to say, oh, wow. And that would have been my first actual relationship, and that's kind of how it started. And he was sporty and he was smart. He really didn't have, other than like that jokey queen kind of gay, he really didn't have much of a gay vibe. He was pretty masculine in all the things that he did. He was really into, like I said, sports, video games, He did tend to have a lot of girlfriends and everything. But no, it was good. And I learned what love was. I mean, I learned what loving a person that you didn't have to love was for the first time. And um, we were kind of inseparable for about a year and a half, and we ended up getting our own house, not house, but apartment, and we got certain things, and from what I thought life was going to be pretty good, and the rest is history. But I just wanted you guys to know, and I thought that story would be a little cuter, a little longer, or whatever. But I guess the point that I was trying to make in that is that I desire to have a person that I love in my life. I don't know that I feel fulfilled being single. Now I'm 35 and I kind of have all the things that I want and have done the things that I've wanted to do. So now I feel like three-fourths of the way that I love myself. I mean, there's days where I'm like, ugh, you need to go to the gym, or you need to slow down what you're eating, or you have these things that you need to worry about. And if you can't like yourself doing these things, then who's going to like you? And I mean, I'm very hard on myself. We could get into a whole bunch of scenarios, but this topic is just basically to say the idea, if you want something in life, rather than keep on saying, oh my God, I want it so bad, I want it so bad, I want it so bad, what you need to do is just in your head know that the thought's there, that it's something that you desire, that you want. These are like lower energy things, not so low, but a little bit lower. And the idea is just to say, I love myself, and love will come. And when it comes, I will let it in. I'm not going to run away from people treating me kindly. I'm not going to, push away any guys or girls that seem maybe to have a little bit of a flirtation to their conversation with me. Maybe I need to start allowing it and not looking for it on a needy way, but watching whenever it may come, watching the way that people talk to you or me, and kind of just saying to yourself that I have a desire of it, I do want it, but I love myself, I love where I'm at, and it will come when it's ready to come, okay? So, you guys, thank you so much for sitting here and watching this. Comment love if you are even at this point. I will say that, like I said at the beginning, I'm not going to be doing as many videos as I used to because there are other things that are coming into head right now, and maybe I'll make a video about that. But until then, you guys, thank you so much. Press the like button, smash the subscribe button, and comment down below. Just fans, friends, and family. Until next time. Peace. Keep your head high, shoulders back, and walk the world like you own it. Aight? Bye.